What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Quit Playing Podcast with your hosts, Brennan and Clay. Episode 10, I believe.
Is it really?
It is really. We are hitting the double digits
Oh
of
my
our
goodness.
episodes. What are we getting into today, Brennan? What are we getting
So
into?
today, I had a little idea that we would talk about some video games, like we sometimes do.
I like that.
But in the sense that we're talking about the best video games of all time, in our opinion.
Ooh, this is ooh.
So it's gonna be, it's gonna
Ooh,
be
man.
maybe a little touchy subject for some people, a little
I
heated
can't wait
debates.
for all the idiotic opinions to come
I
out,
can't
man.
wait to hear people go, "They didn't mention a single Call of Duty." So yeah, basically to preface, we're not going to be mentioning FPSs, at least not in the sense of competitive shooters and
Yeah, definitely.
things like that. Things that don't have good stories or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just.
Because COD is COD is COD.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
like.
the same thing every year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can't. I
And
mean, you can talk about the campaign and be like, oh, but that campaign was good. But it's like, was it really? Was it like there's? I think there's only one COD campaign that I actually thought that was cool, and I think it was either. No, it was Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 had like a phenomenal ending campaign for me, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
a lot of stuff like that is like childhood
Yeah, true.
playthroughs of
Other
things
than
like that
that-
is like nostalgic. But yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same reason we probably aren't going to talk about like FIFA campaigns or Madden campaigns. Like, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for you, but
No,
I'm
definitely
not gonna.
not. No,
I wouldn't mention any of those.
I can't play FIFA. I remember I asked for it for my birthday one time. 'Cause I was like, everybody's playing it, and I played it, and I was like, yeah, no. I was like, there's no shot. Like, shout out, I guess, those content creators that wake up and play that shit every day. 'Cause I just can't.
Yeah.
Even when we played 2K, my part is just
Yeah, it's fun for a little bit, but that's about it.
yeah.
Too repetitive. But anyways, I don't know how many games you have on your list, but I was thinking I would start with the older games first, the oldest games on my
Ooh,
list.
I like that. Yeah. 'Cause I don't have it in order, so I'm definitely.
Yeah,
gonna go
I don't
old.
either. So I'm gonna look for like which ones are like, oh, that's an old game.
Bet.
So let's start off with, and maybe I'll say like a couple at a time or something like that because I have a long list. But we'll see.
Ooh, let's go.
The Army of Two games. Have you played them?
Ooh, I think I've only played one.
I have
I don't
played
remember,
two of them. I think.
I don't
that
remember
I
what
can
it
remember.
was. I don't remember.
It was a long time ago, but something about them for me was like, it just made a pivotal memory for me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It was something about the way that it was this co-op story where, like, they interacted so well with each other. With like it was the first time I saw like the over-the-wall boosting and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the story, not to spoil it, like I don't remember it because there's like Army of Two 40th Day, and then there's like I can't remember the other one.
Dog,
I played, but
I'm at the. You're gonna have to keep talking, but I'm at to look
Yeah.
up real quick which one I played.
Yeah, but like basically one of the stories. I mean, it's a good thing this is an old thing because I'm not really spoiling it if you haven't played it. But like in one of the games, at least, it's kind of like your partners throughout the whole thing. But like I can't remember what exactly it is. One of them turns on the other person, and it's like this crazy story of like you and your partner, and then it just kind of falls out. Like you don't expect it.
Oh wait, there's 3. There's 3 Army of Twos.
Yeah, so I think I've played 2 of them. I might have played all 3, but I can't remember. It's been so long.
I do remember which one I played. I played Army of Two, The Devil's Cartel.
Oh
played
yeah,
that one.
I think I played all 3 because I remember playing the original one. Then I remember 40th Day, but now that you're saying that one, I remember that one too.
Yeah, that one I remember because I think it was free. So I definitely know Devin, and me and Devin played it, but then like someone else, probably OG, I could be wrong. But like we played it and we were like, oh, this is cool, and then like we played through it and I was like, oh, dope story. All right. I was like, all right, I'm done. Like it was like because a part of me was like, oh, I didn't play the first like 2, so this is like I don't want to get too invested in the third one. And also because it was
Yeah.
like I think it was like past its time. Cause I was like, okay, you know.
Probably if they released it free and stuff like that, then it was probably
Yeah.
like it had already been a long time. But yeah, that's my first one. Um, do you think like you have a decent amount, or do you want me to go again and then we can swap back
I,
and forth?
I let's let you go, but I wanna note something on that one. So did you
Okay.
play that one solo or did you play it with someone?
No, I played it with someone. A lot of my games, actually, the ones that I have on my list, I'm looking at them now, and it's like a lot of them are either co-op or like had the option of co-op,
Mm-hmm.
which was like I don't know, it just made it more fun,
I got you.
especially when like you're younger.
Yeah, I think my favorite part of Army of Two was definitely like how you were saying they meshed well together. Like it was like really felt like
Mhm.
really teamwork. Was like their dialogue too, like just their
Yeah,
dialogue together was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, you know, I don't know, it was just really neat to see.
yeah. It's bringing back memories now of them like one of them would catch the other person, like you make a massive jump or something,
Yeah, like just the
or
teamwork
like
was
yeah,
so essential in that game.
it's crazy. What a game.
Yeah, yeah, definitely a top tier.
Yep.
If we had a chart, you know, if I threw a chart up here, I'm not gonna throw a chart up here because no, I don't feel like it. I should have, but
We could have done that at tier
damn,
list.
yeah, we could have. Tier list would have been nice. Next time, we'll make a
Yeah,
separate
next time we'll
video.
do a tier list or something else. Yeah.
That'll just be like a straight content video besides
Oh,
the
we should do
podcast.
movies or something. Anyways,
Uh,
we'll brainstorm ideas later. I'm like
but
getting into the
yeah.
ideas now.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead. Say another.
Okay, so another one for me, and some of these are series, but specifically for me, Portal 2.
Oh my god, yes, that's good, bro. Cause that should be on my list, but I just didn't think of it. Bro,
Yeah,
let's
I'm
dive
sure
in.
you're gonna say something
Let's
that's like
dive
that's
in,
on my
bro.
list as
Go
well.
ahead. Let's dive in, man.
Yeah, so uh, Portal 1 was also phenomenal,
Did you play?
but
Did
it
you
was
play? You
very very
played Portal
short.
1, right? You played it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But Portal 1 was like you could complete that game not speed running, like your first time through in like an hour or two. Like that. Portal 1 was short, but
Yeah.
Portal 2, I mean, and don't get me wrong, Portal 1 was incredible and obviously it led to Portal 2, but Portal 2 was this insane. First of all, like what other game at the time had physics like that, or like the fact that you
None,
can
bro.
walk
Cause
straight through a portal and be somewhere else, and it wasn't like a teleport thing. You just literally walked through it.
yeah.
The way that they designed that was insane. And then, like I said, Portal 2 had some really fun co-op too, where you had to work together with like 4 portals,
Oh
and it
yeah,
made it even crazier.
that was crazy, dude. I think, man, bro. I'm gonna jump back onto Portal 1 real quick.
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
like just because of the stuff you added, but like playing, I think the first time I played Portal 1, I didn't
Mhm.
even play it. I was at my friend Will's house, and I was watching him play, and he was like, "Yo, this game." He's like, don't shut it down. He's like, it's because I mean at that time we're young, we're playing COD and stuff like no like no other game really exists really.
Yeah,
Like, you know, it's all about shooters. And he's like, listen, he's like, this game, you gotta use your brain and like stuff like that. And he's like, I'm watching him play it, and it just gives off that weird like feeling watching it play. It's like, dude, you're really just like alone in a facility basically.
yeah,
And I thought that was like so cool because it's like, oh, it's like you're trying to escape, but then it's like that feeling. It's like, bro, like, like there's no humans in that facility, and it like freaked me out because
yeah,
I wasn't used to. I was like, just like because I thought of myself in that. And I was like, dude, I would not be able to be sane. I would not be able to like keep like everything calm. I'd be like, what is going on? And I remember there's like a part where like it's in Portal 1. It was like an Easter egg, like, and it was on purpose, like where you can get behind stuff that you're not supposed to see.
hmm
And like there was someone like writing stuff on the walls and saying like the cake is a lie, and like just writing a
oh
bunch of
yeah,
notes and like
yep.
don't trust this, da 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 da. And it's just like, oh, it's like what?
Yeah, I feel like that's another good thing about it because there was like a lot of those little Easter eggs. Because like the levels too, they weren't like incredibly linear. Like you could fall off stuff, you could jump over the railings and stuff like that. You could explore around and find
Mhm.
different ways to do the puzzles and get out of the rooms.
It's like it had
So
a
there was like a
standard
lot of
way, but
those.
like there was so many like different ways. Because I
Yeah.
remember I solved one because he beat the game, and so he was letting me play. And he's like, I'm not gonna help you unless you truly need it. I was like, all right, cool. Like that's dope. And I was playing. And he's like, wait, you could do it that way? And I was like, which way did you do it? He's like, let me show you. And I was like, oh, what the? And so we were just doing it different ways, and it was like, yeah, that game was just, yeah, man, that game was fun. And then jumping on to Portal 2 when it got more what was the robot's name?
Wheatley.
Wheatley,
Or
dude.
which? Or
Are
you talking about the ball?
The little blue eyeball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Wheatley?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Dude, him during that game, all like that, like the interaction with him, was it GLaDOS?
Yep.
Her and like, that made, and then like you get to see more in Portal 2 than you did in Portal 1, because Portal 1 it was just like, all right, blank walls, go. You're like you're not supposed to leave, but you're leaving.
That's what I was gonna say about the thing that you said when you're like, you're just trapped in this facility alone. You could kind of walk through or just run through the game not thinking about that, and it would just be like a weird puzzle game.
Yeah.
But when you sort of think about that and you like listen and pay attention to the story, it brings it to like a whole different level.
Especially
with Portal 2, like you said, like it expands on it so much.
Yeah, because there was like what I think the main thing I remember in Portal 2 is there was like a science room, like a bring your kid to work, and it was like science fair, and like you can look at everyone made potatoes obviously and stuff, and it was like electricity and potatoes, and it was like, oh, what the, it's like, yo, these like, where's all the scientists, like what happened? Like it was definitely one of those games where it's like you want more, but they're giving you enough to satisfy like while you're playing, but then like afterwards you're like, I gotta go back and explore, I gotta go back and look. I mean, shout out to all the people that made like lore videos and like did the the deeper digging, because I was invested in those videos, man. When I had nothing to do, I was like, I'm gonna watch a Portal 2 video, and just like that was so cool. And I think there's different variants of Wheatley, right? Like there was a pink and green one or whatever.
Yeah, there was like a lot of different ones.
And that was just cool, bringing like something else to the game.
Yeah, and then in Portal 2 they had like the different types of cubes and the different slimes and stuff too.
Oh yeah, shout out the heart cube. Everyone loves the heart cube.
Like they had the the companion cube, but they had
that's what it was called.
Like the orange and blue and white like slime stuff that you would use to solve puzzles.
Yeah,
like one was like a speed thing and one would bounce you. It got crazy.
Yeah, that dude, they did phenomenal work with that one.
Yeah, truly.
All right, you got it. I'll let you go again, and then I'll add one.
All right, but I'm trying to see. I kind of don't want to like go one ahead and then realize I had an older game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let's see. Oh, here's a good one. I have Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain. That's crazy. That's like a crime movie, right? Or game? Crime game?
Crime movie. Yeah. It was like a crime type of game. You never played it?
I'm trying to think. In the beginning, sorry, excuse my yawn. In the beginning, do you start as like a family? It's like a mom and a dad and their two kids, or is it one kid?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And then like someone gets hit by a car.
I think it's one kid.
I don't. That's as much as I remember. And then it pans, and then like after whatever the first like little mission it is, like the first beginning, and then it pans to like a girl, and then like that's where I stopped playing, because like I think like I wanted to play more, but I just like that's where I stopped on accident.
It kind of like starts you as the dad, and you're at your home and you're just doing normal stuff. It kind of like eases you into it, and then you end up going to like the mall.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. And your son starts to like you kind of lose your son, and it's a massive crowd.
Yeah, and you're like,
and then he starts to like yell out his son's name, and he looks for him and stuff like that. And then it's kind of like that's just the way the game goes.
Yeah.
And he's like this detective. It's kind of in a futuristic era, like. I don't know how to explain it, but he has
like a little bit more futuristic.
I think it's glasses or maybe gloves. I can't remember. It's been so long. But he has something where he does this thing. I think it's got to be glasses, because he like sits down in his office, right? And then his office like transforms around him to like whatever he wants it to be, so he can be like just sitting in like a waterfall or some shit.
That's so sick.
Yeah, it's crazy. The like the technology in that was innovative to me. Like the insane stuff that they could do with environmental stuff like that, where he would just be in an office and put glasses on, and then he was somewhere else.
So overall, playthrough, how many times you played through it?
A couple. But again, it's one of those games because it's so old. It was like when I was like 9 or something. So
But
it's been so long.
it definitely stood out to you though, which is
Oh
dope.
yeah, like there's weird like bits and pieces of the story that are just in my brain
Mm-hmm.
that I know of. Like there's this one part where it's like a flashback at this construction site, and you're one kid and there's the other kid, and you're like chasing him and you're trying to keep up with him and stuff, and then one of the kids ends up like drowning,
Oh
and
God.
it's just, the story is just insane. It's
Yeah, that sounds
it's
crazy. I'm
great.
pretty sure it won an award. There's no way it did,
Oh, probably.
cause I remember back then I used to like I was a sucker for Game Informer
Mhm.
magazines. I don't even know if they're still a thing magazines wise. But like I
I don't know.
remember I would get Game Informer in magazines and like dude, I would just sit down and look at like all the games that are coming out or just reviews on games, and I'm pretty sure I saw Heavy Rain more than once. And definitely good
Yeah.
reviews.
So yeah, in 2011 it won several awards. One for its story and one for its original score and technical
Yeah.
innovation. So
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
yeah, the things it was doing at the time was crazy.
Whole different like pathway basically for gaming in that sense.
Yeah,
Whole
truly.
different single player experience. That's damn. 3 good games so far, man. You cracked down on it.
Hey man, I
Cracked
know what I'm
down
talking
on
about
it.
most of the time.
I be having the brain, man. I be getting to it. You know what I'm saying?
I know what I'm talking about sometimes. You know.
All right, see. So my
Alright.
game, it's old.
Mhm.
It definitely was not. I don't know. I don't know what people know this game. It's oh man. It's a FPS, but like you didn't play multiplayer on it.
Mhm.
But the game was called Turok. It was a
Sure.
yeah, Turok. It was a Xbox game. And so the rundown of it, you're basically oh man, you weren't like you were a bad guy, right? But
Mhm.
then you turned good. And they tell you this in the cutscenes, like you don't get to play as the bad guy or anything. So I'm just like, and I think it's from 2008. The game Turok, I believe. Yeah, because I had to look it up again to make sure I got the spelling right and the pronunciation. Anyways, but yeah, so you go to a planet and it's like, dude, I fell in love with this game because it's like Jurassic Park, but with more guns.
Oh, it's dinosaurs.
So yeah,
Okay.
so like you're going to this planet to stop this dude because he's like black market doing, he's just doing stuff, and he's like, all right, we gotta shut this dude down, like he's bad, basically, I guess a
Mhm.
terrorist in the game. So you land on the fucking planet, and your shit, like they shot your ship down, your shit is destroyed, and like the first thing you see is someone like trying to wake you up. They're like, come on, Turok, we gotta go. And y'all are fucking walking, like you're walking, and he has a gun, you don't, so you're walking, and the next thing you know, like a raptor comes out of a bush and just fucking grabs him and shakes him, and then disappears.
Oh
and
my
and
god.
from that point on, I was just like, yo, let's go. I was freaking out, bro. I was like, guns, dinosaurs. I was like, what? Like, and so like that game was just, the single player experience was so fun because it was, it's like because you want to play, like when you watch Jurassic Park, you're like, oh, that's so dope, and like you live. Well, I mean, me personally, I loved like the raptor chases and like just seeing the T-Rex, and like everyone's like, yo, don't do anything, be quiet, run, and it's
Yeah.
like, like obviously you want to see more action with like guns and stuff. So like you're fighting bad guys while like you have to be careful because if like you don't have suppressors on your weapons or you're not doing stealth, like it attracts the dinosaurs. So like, if you go out guns blazing, next thing you know, you got a T-Rex on the battlefield and he's killing you and the enemies and like raptors and stuff. It was just crazy, bro. And I remember like there was one stealth mission where like you could use like, cuz you got a bow and arrow and stuff, and
Mhm.
like you had to like use stealth. It was like because there's like raptor nests not too far, so I was like, if you make a noise, like you're basically dead, like there's just gonna be too many because you had like a wounded teammate or whatever. So that was cool. And then like, dude, there was like huge scorpions in it, And then like one
Sounds
mission,
insane.
yeah, dude, one mission you're in a cave and there's like a Loch Ness monster basically. Like it was going,
What?
yeah, it was going crazy. Like the game was phenomenal, and I was just like, oh my god. So that is definitely one of like the all time greats for me because like I remember I think I played it like 3 times, and I think there was one time I was playing on the hardest difficulty and I couldn't get past like the Loch Ness monster part and I was like I'm putting the controller down, like this is too hard. Like it was that boss fight is hard. Shit is insane how tough he is.
Damn.
But yeah, that's like one of the few games that like I like because I realized like no one ever said anything about it and I was like, bro, that game was not bad. Like that game was fun and definitely new, but I just don't think people were ready for it. And I mean, you could play multiplayer, but it was weird.
Oh.
Like, like fighting, it just felt weird because like you're going against people, but then there's like raptors, and it was like this isn't really
Oh,
that
yeah.
fun. Like I'd rather just play the campaign and deal with that. But yeah,
That sounds cool though.
that game,
Sounds
dude,
crazy.
playing that game was phenomenal because like there was parts where like. Yeah, like you just had to have like it was so fun because like you had to have a silencer, or like you were just like you're just gonna have a hard level ahead of you because you'll be killing people and the next thing you know, raptors on like 3 raptors are behind you, and it's like what are you gonna do? And, like, yeah,
GG's.
yeah, and it was definitely a lot of like, I think that was like one of the first games where I started like falling in love sometimes with like the stealth
Oh
side of it.
yeah.
Cause like there was
Stealth stuff
bushes
in
you
games
could
is
the
so
bush
fun.
you could like hide in and like you could have your knife out and like your dude would like, you know, if you're like sitting there idle, like he would like start looking at his knife, start messing with it, you know,
Yeah,
and
do a
like that
little
was
inspect.
cool. Yeah. And just like
That's dope.
when you like came up behind people, like the animations for like knifing and shit was like just so to me was so beyond because like Call of Duty didn't have that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was just like, wow, like I was amazed, dude. So yeah, that's one of my top tier games, man. And if anyone's played it, man, drop in the comments, bro. I got to know. I'm probably like the only person that remembers that
For
game.
real, I wanna know. I wanna know who, like, if anybody else we know has played it.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
If they would remaster that, first person playing it, bro. No chance. I'm not. All right, so what you got up next?
Alright. Well, I've got another one that encompasses a lot of games.
Mm.
But and this is exactly what it says in my notes, how I wrote it down, but it says pretty much any Resident Evil game.
Dude, no shot, cause I had that in my. All right. So let's do this. Your favorite Resident Evil.
My favorite.
Your
Ooh.
favorite, cause we both watched.
Just
Well, not we both watched, but I watched you play Resident Evil 2. That was fun.
yeah. Just out of nostalgia. Oh, I don't know. There's a lot of nostalgia.
Mm.
I think I would go with 4.
4.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I would go with 4.
4. Man, 4 is a good one.
What would you go with?
Oh man, dude.
It's a tough question.
This is tough, bro. Man, I might have to be right there with you 4, bro. Cause Leon, like that was,
Yeah,
cause Resident Evil 4, I think was like the most memorable for me.
yeah, same.
Cause like the others, I didn't like. I didn't really get to play that much, but I definitely played. I can definitely say I played the shit out of. Oh, no, it wasn't Resident Evil 2 for you. It was Resident Evil 3. That's on me. That's what it was. It was Resident Evil 3.
Oh
That you
yeah, that
played.
I played. Yeah, yeah.
I remember playing a lot of Welcome to Raccoon City, the game when it first came out. Cause
Yeah.
that one was very different for Resident Evil. Cause it wasn't. Cause I mean most ones you play you're a single player, like you're just one person. You know, you're like Jill,
Yeah.
Leon. You don't get to have a team. And with that, you got to have the umbrella team, and like everyone had different abilities and stuff,
Mhm.
which was pretty cool. So I do remember playing a lot of time on that. But yeah, all the Resident Evils definitely have like they all just have amazing playbacks.
Yeah, and they all have different things to them too. Like, for me, I was kind of torn between 4 and 5
Really.
because 5 like I said with a lot of my list,
Mm-hmm.
it's co-op. Like you could play
Yeah, the co-op hits
with you
different,
could play
man.
2-player co-op, and in Resident Evil 5 was just yeah, it just did hit different. It
Yeah,
was so fun.
that shit's. Whew.
But then 4, I mean, just
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to be right there with you for the Leon, that boy, bro. And then Ada
so much of
Wong was
that
in
game is
it.
just yep. So much of that game is ingrained in my memory.
Yeah, that shit went crazy, dude.
And what's her name that you have to like the president's daughter or
Oh
whatever?
shit, I can't remember.
You have
Which
to
troop, man? It wasn't Elizabeth, was it?
I don't think so. I think it was Ashley, right? Ashley?
Yeah.
Yep. And you have to like walk her through most of the story.
Yeah, or just like just playing that game. Or I like how they had like Wesker in it. Definitely
Yeah.
Ada Wong. Dude, that was like that shit went crazy, bro.
Resident Evil's just insane. They had they had fucking Napoleon in there.
Yeah, little man Napoleon. Like what? Dude, that part was. I remember watching my brother get to that part one time, and I was like, "Yo, what? Who is
Yeah, it's like what is
that?
going on?
What are we playing here?"
Then they have like that big what's it called? They have the boat scene. This isn't even what I was thinking about with the boat on the lake with the big
Oh my god, the big
like
old.
river monster thing.
Oh, dude, that. Oh man, that's.
Yeah, that was terrifying as a kid.
Just water monsters in general, bro. Water in video games always has you cautious because of like just creatures. You're just like, am I going in there? Am I not? And that was
Yeah.
another thing. When I played Village, when you watched me play Village,
Oh, Village was yeah.
when I had to kill the water dude, that's what it felt like when cause I was like when I had to like jump across the platforms and stuff to get to the other side to like turn something on. That's what
Yeah.
it felt like from Resident Evil 4. I was like, oh my god, dude, I feel
Yeah,
like you
it
could just
did kind of mirror that.
like I was like, oh, do not feel safe, bro. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 definitely. I mean, I don't know what other games people would choose because I think Resident Evil 4 just has all the hype and just all the like everything you need in a Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
Like you're fucking Leon, you got the strap, you're running around in a village with like, they had a lot like they had like what like a big old troll thing one
Yeah,
time.
that's what I was thinking about too.
That was like
It's
the
like
first
the
boss.
boulder thing where you
Yeah,
like run down to.
like that game had a lot in it.
Yeah, they packed a whole lot into that Resident Evil game.
Yeah, but definitely any Resident Evil game is definitely top tier. Like it's just
Oh yeah.
I don't know which maybe you could take 6 down. 6 really.
You know what's funny? I just realized my note, and I'll screenshot this and send it to you because you're gonna think I'm lying. It's a second line, right? It says
Except
pretty much
6.
any Resident Evil game except 6. That's what my note actually says, and I'll
Oh,
screenshot it right now.
bro, the thing is, bro,
That's hilarious.
I tried to play 6. I was like, maybe I'm just being negative for no reason. I was like, let me try it again, and I played it, and I was like,
Yeah, it just wasn't it for me.
I was like, this thing, like, and I mean, it was cool with how they were going with it, because, like, I don't know, like, it was cool because he was like, okay, you can choose these stories, you know,
Yeah.
whose stories you want to play, and it was like, okay, this is cool, but then when you played it, it was like, okay, it's not really, like, it's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's one of those things where they try to innovate and they try to change things, which Resident Evil has been doing for a long time. But
I mean, look what they're doing with Village and what was the other one? Biohazard, Resident Evil.
yeah, Biohazard.
Yeah, like
They love to change the game of like what people expect from them, which
Yeah.
is phenomenal and it's fine by me. But 6 just was an idea that just didn't hit.
yeah, I think they were shooting for
Conceptually, it
something.
sounded cool, but yeah,
Yeah, and then everyone just kind of like, no thank you,
when
nothing.
you play it out, it's like, ooh, that wasn't fun.
But
That's
when
not cool.
Biohazard dropped, everybody was like, oh shit, we getting back into it. First person though, and then Village dropped and it was like, we still going? Like, oh man.
It's like, oh, horror now instead of just like third person like zombie type stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Biohazard definitely. Oh, scary, terrifying. Oh, you know what? That's great that we that we said Resident Evil because the next game I have is definitely in the horror category.
Okay.
So For me, and I think I don't know much about the third one because I didn't really play the third one all the way, but for me, Dead Space. Dead Space is
Oh,
a phenomenal game and is definitely like a greatest of all time. Like just playing Dead Space 1 was enough. Like the chills and just alone in space in general, it's like, "Oh my god, I am terrified." And also just like a whole new cuz like the third person games I was used to was Resident Evil, so then it was like, "Oh shit, it's another third person?"
yeah,
And it's like, "Oh, but these motherfuckers are like more terrifying, low key. Like they're kind of screaming, breaking vents. You know,
yeah.
it's
Dead Space. It's not something I know a lot about because obviously it was like an Xbox thing, but
mm-hmm.
I've seen some gameplay of it and it looks like it would have been
Oh man,
like dope
it's
to play.
oh, so fun, man. Because I think there was one mission where it was one mission in Dead Space 1 where you got to like it was like it felt relaxing at first because like, oh, I can breathe, and you're outside the ship and it's like no gravity, so you're just kind of floating,
Hmm.
and you're just like, oh, this is like like peaceful. Like this is the first peaceful moment I had, and then like next thing you know, you see something flying at you, and I was like, it's all a lie.
It just gets
Like,
snatched away from you.
yeah, and you're just like, never mind,
Oh,
as
back
you
to
shoot it.
reality.
But definitely with that game, it was like you could upgrade your armor, like your suit, you could upgrade your weapons, and it was like, it was, and just like the cutscenes were just phenomenal. Just like the story in general, like, it's wow. Like you're going there to look for someone, and you're losing your sanity as you do it, which was really cool because like most of the times like when you play as a character, like they don't really do like sometimes like they wouldn't make your character like go crazy or like you know he's just like whatever, I'm a badass, I'm doing it, you know, like
Hmm.
in Doom, like the Doom guy, like he's just like whatever, I'm a marine, like he's a marine, he's just killing things, he's just like I'm killing hell, I don't care. But in like Dead Space, your dude's like, you know, he kills like a few things, and like during the dialogue, like if you're just walking, he's like, what the fuck is going on, like what is, like I can't believe this. And
Oh,
he's like,
that's cool.
or like he's like, did I just hear someone? Is someone talking to me? He's like, no, it's just the fucking voices in my head. And it's like, oh my god. Like,
I love in games when they do that. It's like that's some stuff I would actually be thinking. That's something that I would actually say to myself.
yeah, or just like there's like certain like times where like there's like these big creatures in this glass, and like obviously you know it's like all right, one of these is gonna bust out. Don't know when,
Yeah.
but one of them's gonna bust out. And he's like looking at it, and he's like I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna like it's just so cool when he breaks it. He's like I feel like I'm gonna be fighting this later,
Yeah,
or
it's like he's breaking the fourth wall.
yeah, or just certain situations where he's like, nah, fuck this room. Like as soon as you walk in, he's just like, no, I'm
Oh,
not.
that's dope. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah,
And that's cool.
it's
That's really
definitely
cool.
yeah, and then just definitely moments in Dead Space where it's just like you have to pause and you just gotta take a second. Like you just so I need a breather and you go take a walk because oh my god. Because it is very stressful because there are times where you can run out of ammunition and like all you can do is melee and like
Oh,
you
that's
have to hope for the best. Like if you're not smart with your shots and make your shots count and you're just blowing like you're just wasting ammo, you're gonna regret it. And that's another thing too about Resident Evil that I like, but that I like about Resident Evil and Dead Space. So yeah, Dead
Oh
Space
yeah,
is
Resident Evil is so much of that. That's crazy.
yeah, Dead Space is up there for me, man. That shit, whew, beautiful, beautiful game.
Nice. Man, I wish I got to play it. Wish I was an Xbox nerd.
I'm gonna have to get it and just play it for you, and you're just gonna experience it.
Yeah, I'll just
Or actually,
experience it vicariously through.
might be a chance. Because I know that, and that's the great thing about Dead Space 3. So what they did for Dead Space 3, they made it co-op. Because Dead Space 1 and 2 weren't co-op, so Dead Space 3 they made it where it's a co-op like campaign.
Oh, that's fire.
And there's one thing I do know a few things, but there's one cool thing that I liked is that you don't see what the other person sees sometimes. So like your character can be going through like batshit
Oh,
crazy.
you can
Where
like hallucinate.
yeah, like he's hallucinating, and you're just like, what's wrong with you? You're like he's just like, what's up? And like the other dude's like tripping balls, and he's like, they're on me. He's like, what are you talking about? We're chilling. We're in an elevator. Like it's crazy, bro. And
That's
that's
cool.
so cool
That's a
because
really
like,
cool concept.
because I remember I watched a video of someone like, he's like, yo, do you see this? And the other guy's like, no, what are you talking about? He's like, I don't see anything. And he's just like, oh shit.
I really like that.
Yeah, and it's definitely cool. Ah, beautiful
Nice.
game. Wish they made more. New
Well,
story.
on a lighter note, let me take you back in time
Mm.
with two different series
Oh, two
that are
different
kind of in the
series.
same vein.
Okay.
The first one being the Spyro games.
Oh man, dude, I only played one, but I remember playing. Oh, so fun, man. Spyro in
I
general, just.
did not get a chance to play them as a kid,
Mhm.
but like a couple years ago or whenever it came out, I got I think it was called the Reignited Trilogy,
Uh huh. Where's that?
which
Yeah.
was just it's just like remastered of the original three Spyro games. So I played through that, and I was like, man, if I played this as a kid, like it would have been even more insane.
It's like
But
this game is even
it was
better.
it was fun like a couple years back. But yeah, Spyro is really fun. And then the other one that goes with that sort of is the Ratchet and Clank games.
Oh, dude, Ratchet and Clank is just. I can speak more on Ratchet and Clank because Spyro I don't really remember, but I couldn't remember a level, but I definitely remember like
Yeah,
playing it, and like also it's like a dragon that's purple and like yellow, so like that's kind of
it
goes.
kind of sticks out a
Yeah,
little
and
bit.
just like the name Spyro, I was like, oh, that's sick. That's fucking dope. That's dope as
Yeah.
shit. But definitely, yeah, Ratchet and Clank. I can remember because one of the first games I played was on PSP, and it was my
Oh.
sister's game, and she was like, she got stuck at a part, and she was like, here, you can play it on yours. She was like, but like when you beat the part that I'm stuck at, tell me, so I can play it after you. And I was like, all right, bet. And literally, I just kept playing it, and it was so fun. Like it was, I was just like, whoa, I don't know what
Yeah.
this is, but it's so good.
I don't know what this is, but
Yeah, it was just wow. Definitely, yeah, the Ratchet and Clank series, and definitely the new game they made looked phenomenal. I watched gameplay and
yeah, that's what
cutscenes.
I was gonna say too. You can tell it's a good series because people wanted it to be brought back so much that it happened
Yeah,
like recently. So
and it's definitely
if that says anything,
that was
it's a really good series.
definitely a different I think a different step from what I'm used to playing. Cause like I'm
Yeah.
used to just playing like FPS, like mainly shooters and stuff, but like that, you got a Ratchet. It's like all right.
Yeah, it was a fun game or a fun series of games, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And there's actually a decent amount, which is cool. That's super cool.
Yeah,
And then there's a movie. Like, come on, bro. You know your game's doing well if you can make a movie, bro. Movie was
especially for an early
solid.
game like that.
Mm-hmm. 'Cause there are a lot of games back there that, phew, I don't, I don't know what we were thinking. We were kind of just like, throw it in there, fuck it. Someone's gonna buy it. Shit. It's probably what someone thought about Turok, but I bought it. Fuck it. Fucking dinosaurs and guns, bro. Sign me up. Yeah, but yeah, those two are definitely super Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
If you had to pick one though, which one?
Of
Those
which
two.
Ratchet and Clank game or which series, Spyro or Ratchet and Clank?
Which series?
I can't lie, playing through Spyro was more fun to me.
Ooh, cause didn't
So I would
you
have
were
to go
achievement
Spyro.
hunting too, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fact that I was able to have uh, a lot of fun while like trying to complete all the like hardest stuff and things. I mean, and it's not a hard game.
Yeah.
It's like it's hard in the way that it's an old school game, but you know, because like the controls can be a little janky and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was still super fun. So if I had to go with one, I would go with the Spyro series.
Okay. Solid. Solid pick. Solid pick. I love it. All right. I guess I can go. I'll go for this one.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this one was definitely I think my first. I guess you would say MMO, like open world stuff like that.
Okay.
Skyrim. Skyrim is
Uh,
one of like I remember wasting like not wasting. I remember spending hours on this game and just getting lost. And it was definitely a change for me because it's like one of my first open world games where I was like, what do I do? And my
yeah.
friends were like, that's for you to figure out. I'm like, huh, what you talking about, my boy? I was like, what? And they're like, you just go around and like you just you can become a werewolf, a vampire, get into shit, and like be a thief, be a hero, and it was just like, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
And I mean, Skyrim is an all-time favorite for a lot of people. I literally still see the meme of the beginning where it's like, oh,
Yeah,
you're
you wake
awake.
up.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that shit is just fucking everywhere. Even if I wanted to forget it, I can't because it's just here still. So I just enjoy it.
Yeah, it's another game I didn't get to play because I was a PlayStation kid. But just the fact that I know like memes and stuff from it
Hmm.
says something about how popular and how good
Yeah,
that game was.
that game.
Like the fact that I know things about it that I'm like I've never even played that game.
That game was phenomenal, and then to make it even better, my friend taught me how to get mods on it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, so fun, so fun. Just so much playability. Like, just like the fact like you're fighting dragons, you're fighting like it was wild, bro. Like I just couldn't. I don't know. It was overwhelming, but so fun at the same time. Because it's like you got a thief can run up on you, and then literally like it'll pause for a second. You think your game broke, but like no, it's just generating the big ass dragon that just flew in, coming to fuck y'all up. And it was just like, oh shit. And he's fucking screaming as you see the dragon comes down, burns him alive, and you're just like, okay, like
Fair
no,
enough.
appreciate it, but now I gotta kill you and stuff like that. And there's like, and it was also different from like when you talk to people and like some games, like you can't kill them, you can't shoot them. Like everybody does it where they start, they hate someone, they start shooting the character and nothing happens. But it's like in this,
Yeah.
like you can literally kill someone that you're talking to, and that could like either like it ends their stuff, so you can't do anything with them anymore because they're dead. So like that takes away for a lot from you, and then like it can start something new because someone's like, "Oh, you killed him, nice. So I can do this now." And it's like, "Huh?" Like, "Oh shit, I didn't even know that." Because like I remember there's like a good dragon that like you talk to and stuff, and people were like, "Oh, you can kill him," and I was like, "What the fuck? Why would you do that?" And then it just shows people fighting him, and they just don't care. And I'm like, "Not me."
Hey, I mean, sometimes you just want to choose the path of evil.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta betray your dragon friend.
Yeah, and then like even then like the story in it is so good. Like if like the main campaign story is pretty short, but it's like there's so much to do that you can
Mhm.
easily get sidetracked to where I think, bro, I didn't beat the campaign until like 3 months in,
Damn.
and that was on accident. I came back to a mission where it was like do this, and I was like, and I was literally in the Xbox Live party. I remember because with OG and our friend Christian.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I can do this. And they're like, you haven't done that yet? They're like, that's to beat the game. Like the campaign. I was like, nah, I've just been walking around like I was collecting like these oh man. I think it was called Dragon Priest Mask, but there was like a bunch of these masks that had different variations, and I was like, oh, these are sick. I'm gonna collect
Mm.
them, and like they had different stats and stuff. And I remember finding one. They're like, yeah, that's the end of the game. I was like, oh shit. It's like good thing I was doing this mission because I would have never found this. I would have been pissed. It was so like yeah, Skyrim is just so fun. Just definitely one of the go-to tiers, greatest of all time games right there, man.
All right. Well, I've got two. I think only two more like old games that I want to talk about.
Okay,
So we'll get those in real quick.
bet it
The
up.
first one is I don't know if you've played this or not, if you did play it or not, but MX versus ATV
Yes,
Reflex.
sir. Come on, bro. Yes. Oh, so good.
Listen, if you were with the boys, just
Oh
just
man.
on the on just on dirt bikes or four wheelers,
Mhm.
just ripping it through like the desert or some random forest or something,
Yep.
it was a different time.
And the soundtrack. Soundtrack never like it was. Oh man.
it was like the most vibey game before a time where you just want to get on and just chill. Like
Yeah.
that's what MX versus ATV was.
There's just like nothing else to do. You're not really in the mood to play anything crazy, but like this,
Yeah, you just drive around and just chill. And they had monster trucks.
Dude, that game
And
was so fun.
they had the tiny dirt bike you could get. The
Yeah.
really tiny one you could get on. Your character looked like huge on it.
Dude, that shit was
Um,
so funny. You just looked so goofy driving that shit.
yeah.
Oh man,
What a fun
great
fun
game.
game though.
All I can say is it's just great. Like it
Truly.
literally did perfect.
If you have those memories of that game, you know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other one, specifically I have on here Skate 3, but just the Skate series in general.
50-50 in, baby. Oh man, then I'm gonna have to just join with that then. Just get the skateboarding games, but like Tony Hawk's Underground. Just
Yeah, Tony Hawk's Underground.
just
Oh
skateboard games
man,
in general were just super fun and just different. I think what game was it, bro, where you could literally like you had the skateboard? Was that Skate 3?
what do you mean? Like where you?
It was like it came out to where like you could have, instead of a controller, you had a board.
No, that was a Tony Hawk game.
That was a Tony Hawk game.
That was
It
a Tony
wasn't.
Hawk game.
Was
They
it
may
under?
have
It
done
wasn't.
one for Skate 2, but
Yeah, it might have been for Skate.
not Skate 2, Skate as well.
I don't know.
But I had a
Oh, you had the board?
I had the board for the Tony Hawk game. Actually, I think there was one for a Tony Hawk game, but I think I had the board for a Shaun White game.
You know what? That's probably what it was, bro. It was probably the Shaun White game, but you could use the board for other, like, you
Yeah.
could use it, and it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was crazy. That board was so like I thought I was living in like 3090.
Yeah, bro.
I thought I was living on top of a 3090.
Yeah, dude. That was. Oh man.
No, that's what a crazy time. We had skateboard controllers that we could use. Jesus.
Dude.
But yeah, the Skate 3 and the Tony Hawk skate games.
Yeah.
Pivotal.
Okay. So it was Tony Hawk's Ride or something like
Yes.
that.
Yeah. I did have that.
Tony Hawk Ride. Yeah, and it was like I remember. Yeah, because my friend had it, and he was just like, you could just use it with other stuff, and like I was just watching him play, and then like I would play, and it was just like, dang, like, oh, I did a perfect kickflip, down a 10 stairs. Like, if only I could go outside and do that in real life, but I can't find a 10 stair.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, I had that exact board.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the Tony Hawk one, the Tony Hawk Ride board.
You still have it? Like,
No shot. It was
Oh my god, I was about to say, bro.
no. I had it, but yeah.
Yeah, that.
Wow, what a
man.
crazy time.
That shit. Oh man, dude, that was definitely a different era.
For sure. Wow.
Wow, bro, that just brought back so many memories of cranking Mountain Dews and Dorito chips while Halloween, dude. That shit was so fun, bro. I'm talking about, bro. We'd take a break, man. Like, all right, bro, you get on the board. Like, oh, look at this. I'm about to hit this nollie. Like, oh, oh man.
Ew.
Yeah, that shit was definitely different. Definitely a different era, and just what happened to that era, bro? Bring it back. Bring it back, bro.
For real, man. First of all, bring back skating games. I know we're waiting on Skate 4 right now, but
Hey, it's coming. It's coming.
yeah, it is coming. And when it gets here,
Ooh, I'm about to be skating with the boys online, baby. Say
I'm never leaving a skate session. I am never.
Man, gonna be skating for hours. You like, yo, you trying to hang? Nah, I really gotta finish this skate sesh. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get sponsored out here, baby.
Or you will see me hit tricks that have not been invented yet.
Well, let's go. I'm ready for it. I'm so
Yep.
ready. Oh, that's great games. I hope whoever's listening, man, I hope we're hitting some spots for them. They're like, oh shit. Like, I hope they're remembering with us, because wow.
100%.
Good ass games right there, dude.
I hope those
Phenomenal.
games hit the memory spots, and then I hope the newer games that we're gonna get
Oh yeah,
into
yeah.
are
So
gonna.
let's get into the new
I
games,
hope some
man.
people are gonna relate to playing through them right now or recently.
Hit us with the new games. Start it off.
All right, I'll hit you with. Oh, let's. Because I can't miss these. Let's see.
There's no way you enter with the one I'm thinking of.
No, I'm contemplating what I should enter with, and some of them are a little bit older, but not super old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta get this one out there. The Last of Us.
Oh,
The
the la
Last of Us games.
dude. Don't don't get angry with me, but I have not played through the first one. I only
Oh
know a little
man.
bit, and I know all I know is that like what was it the second one, like a lot of controversy,
Oh yeah, a lot of controversy.
a lot
But
of it.
we need to do one of those things where you because I have the first one
Oh, say
and
less.
Ace has the second one and I have his account. So
Yep, say
you know what I'm
less.
saying? If we
Yep,
want to play through both of those,
yep,
hey,
yep.
we
We'll
can do that.
make
And
a date.
they're phenomenal games.
Yep, for sure, definitely. I mean, I liked I watched. It's so funny. I watched PewDiePie play the first Last of Us
Oh yeah.
when it first came out, and I was enjoying it. I was like, yo, it's so cool. Like clickers.
Hmm.
That's probably like one of the only enemies I know. I was like, oh, that's cool. Like it
Yeah.
just like
It
having
was
to
terrifying.
find tool. I think it was like what you have to like scavenge for stuff to make stuff, like that type of stuff.
Yeah, it's in like a similar vein with the Resident Evil type of thing where you
Mm-hmm.
have to like make your shots count, but it's even more like you have to scavenge to find stuff
Yeah.
in Last of Us, and you have to like make different. You can progress through the levels in different ways. Maybe you want to avoid some
Mm-hmm.
enemies, or maybe you have to kill them, and it's like, oh, what do you do?
Yeah. That's.
There's just a core memory of playing through The Last of Us One originally,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this dark, like pitch black, like basement area
Oh
with like
man.
3 or 4 clickers in there.
Oh no, thank you.
It's like terrifying,
I'm
especially
sweating.
when you first play through it. It's like, what do I do? Like, how do I go about this? And you're like, I've got like 9 bullets to my name, and they're clickers, so it's not like they go down easy. It's crazy.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to jump into that for sure. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that now.
phenomenal games.
So, would you definitely say though the first one's better than the second?
It's one of those things where it's like, do you, I don't know.
Mm.
Do you weigh the nostalgia versus innovation type of thing?
Oh, okay,
Do you
okay.
weigh what they've changed versus when you first play through The Last of Us, it's like wow, and then when you
Just
play
woo.
through the second one, it's like what they've added on and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Honestly, they're tied for me, to be honest.
Tied. Okay, that's
They're kind of
wow.
tied for me.
That's a good answer. That's a reasonable answer.
Yeah.
That's an answer where this man don't want to talk down, man. He don't want to.
Yeah,
Say
I
nothing bad,
don't.
bro. He's a real Last of Us fan. Ooh, are you looking forward? Like, are you looking like forward towards the show? Like,
The
are you gonna
series,
watch the
yeah,
show? Yeah.
yeah. I want to see what they do with that.
Ooh, yeah. That's another thing. I was like, I want to play it, so when I watch it, I'm like, oh yeah, I know that. I know
Yeah,
that.
if there's like references and things like that, or
Yeah.
like different things that were in the game.
Or
Yeah,
yeah, Easter
for
eggs or some
sure.
shit. I don't want to be dumb and be like, huh? What that mean?
Yeah. What are they talking about?
Oh man, that would be funny. Just be like, I would text you. I'd be like, dude, what's this mean? You're like, just play the game. Just
I'm
play the
like,
game, my
come
boy.
on, bro. What do you mean? What does it mean?
It means this. So easy and simple.
Come on, man.
All right.
Ah, but yeah, they're phenomenal.
Yeah. I like, yeah, dude. And I mean, they were definitely, it was definitely needed for when they dropped. Good single player games do phenomenal when you drop them in the right time. To me, like what I think.
Oh
At
yeah,
least.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, those games skyrocketed. But dang, I'm trying to think. Cause I don't want to go too new. But I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm getting into
It,
the really new ones too at this
yeah.
point, I think.
This one, it was. I mean, it's just one game of the year, so It Takes Two it's up
Yep,
there.
on
It's
my
just
list as well. It's on my
immediately up
list as well.
there for just phenomenal. everything. Like the art design, the gameplay, the story, the dialogue was amazing. Like just like the
Yep.
little stuff you could find and look at. The mini games in the game was like, oh, that's fun. You
Oh,
know.
you just find these little like treasures, these little things. It's like, oh, this isn't the story, but it's like a little thing we can just mess with, a little thing we can
Yeah.
do, or like a little secret on the side, you know?
Yeah, that shit was.
Man, like honestly, none of these that we've said so far have been like in an order of how we would rank them, because that's not what we're doing. We're just saying like the
Yeah.
best in our opinion of all time. But if I had to rank It Takes Two, it would be up there in like at least my top like 3 or 5.
Yeah, it's man, just that game was just fun. That it was just so amazing. Like, oh my god, like the story got better and better, and so did the levels. And I think that was like one key thing that it kept like my attention the whole time. Like there wasn't a time where I was like, okay, I'm kind of getting bored of this game for today. Let's stop. It was like,
Yeah, it was like it kept elevating.
yeah, it was like, bro, we have to stop because if we don't, like, we're gonna be here
Yeah,
one
we're gonna
night,
be
and
here for like
I'm
12 hours
and I
just
want to
playing.
enjoy it. Like, I want to take our time
Yeah.
and enjoy it, and it was just, yeah, phenomenal. That one, where is it? We were like the bottom of the tree, and where we were just riding. I don't remember what we were riding on, but like that, where it was just like taking us through art and stuff, like all like you know what I'm talking about, right? Where it was like,
The bottom of
oh,
the tree? No, when
yeah.
you said at the bottom of the tree, I was thinking about the frogs
Oh no no no!
that we rode.
It was like, or not the bottom of the tree. It was like we were inside the tree somewhere, or
Uh-huh.
something, and like we were just flying on probably a turtle. I think we were on a turtle, and it was like we're on a turtle, like flying. And you're just going through, and like you're seeing all this like it was like on some Avatar shit, bro, where everything was like
Oh
coming
yeah.
to life and just like showing. And I was like, oh, that is like we're still playing a video game, but this is phenomenal.
Yeah, there was so many moments in the game like that. Like, oh, you know what I loved that was like unexpected was the plane thing where
Dude,
one
I
of
I
us was
knew
the
I knew you were
pilot.
about to say that,
Yeah,
bro.
one of us was the pilot, and it was like Street Fighter, right?
Yeah,
It
bro.
was
It
a
was
Street
like
Fighter
yeah,
reference.
it was like yeah, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, all that, bro. And like I was like, wait, I gotta
It's
fight the
so funny.
squirrel. Oh, that was
All
so
those little like
good.
nods to other games and things like that that were inside it too were like
Yeah,
it was so cool.
phenomenal, man.
Yeah. That's one of those games where, when we talk about replay value, I could probably like if you asked me how many times I could play that game, I wouldn't have a number. I would just be like I could just play it over and over again.
Yeah,
As long as I like had someone there to like play co-op and it was just like we're just chilling,
yeah.
I could play that just over and over again. It was so fun.
That, yeah, that. And I like how like I just really like how like it really like obviously the definition it takes two, and not just like
Yeah.
the name. Like it was like wow, and it was cool too how they did it. Like it fixed a marriage. Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cause like I mean
Yeah.
they could have done like two best friends, to anything.
Yeah,
And
cuz I mean uh and this isn't on my list, but we talked about their game before that,
oh, the way
A Way
out.
Out, where
Yeah,
it was like just two people that
yeah,
were just both in prison,
and just ended up working like
and they just worked together to get out. Yeah,
yeah,
it could have been anything like that, but
yeah. It was definitely cool to see like that side. Obviously, like that would never happen in real life, and if it did, those like even if that did save their marriage, they're definitely gonna need a therapy after
yeah, you're
that.
gonna need a counselor to be like, okay, listen, you didn't really transform into little like yarn dolls. Okay,
Yeah,
let's be clear.
it's like, ma'am, you did not fight a squirrel on a plane. I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, I swear.
I beat the shit out of him.
It said KO.
And it was crazy.
I promise, man.
Yeah, but that's definitely one of my new ones that is just up there for me.
Yeah,
All right,
phenomenal.
so you're up next now. What you got?
All right. Well, I've got this is a little bit older, but still on the newer side. But the newer or newest God of War game.
Oh, that was fun watching. That was super fun
Yeah,
watching everyone play through and just like
it was.
I watched Optic Big Timer playing that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, bro, that was because I wasn't used to him like playing games like that, and he was like, "I'm playing God of War, bitches," and I was like, "All right, shit, I'll watch." And that was like that was just dope watching.
Yeah, very, very fun game. Very cool fighting mechanics and like weapon abilities and stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, it was just dope, and the different things that the different like bosses and stuff like that.
The different starter weapon off the rip, an
Yeah,
axe instead of the
yep.
two chaos blades.
Cause God of War in general is such a good series, but then you take these like newer graphics with it and the capabilities that they're able like they have a world serpent
That
that
was
just wraps around like the that like big lake,
yeah.
and it's like you can really see that scale. I love when games do that with scale,
Mhm.
just showing something so big, and it's like
That
you go up to it and you're like, oh,
dude, seeing the world serpent for like the first time was like, yo, what the fuck?
yeah.
It's like,
You,
what the fuck? That shit's crazy.
you don't expect something of that size.
Nope, not at all. It was just like, whoa, hello. And it was like, I think seeing it at first, I think everyone was like, oh shit, are we fighting this? And it was like, nah, he's just chilling.
Yeah, no, he's friendly, man. He's friendly.
Because that would be very terrifying to fight. And it's also
Yep.
just seeing that type of, like the, what is it? Not the Greek. Is it Nordic? Is that how you say it?
Like Norse mythology.
Yeah,
I don't
Norse
know. I
mythology,
don't.
something like
I'm
that.
so dumb when it comes to like differentiating between the two.
Yeah, but that
But yeah,
stuff
like
so cool because I mean
learning different things like that. Yeah.
I played one of the God of Wars on PlayStation, and that was just like, like
Yeah.
what?
It's dope because I remember learning different things. Like you would go into areas and you would open. It's like these little cabinets or something, and they would have like stories of like different gods and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And I was like, this is really cool to learn about. Learn a little bit of like the mythology behind it.
especially through a video game too.
Yeah, because it's not like they force it. It's not like it's an ad. You just walk into a corridor, open up a thing, and like one of them starts talking about it.
Yeah.
I think it's Atreus usually because he like can read the writing and he just
Oh
starts
yeah.
saying what it says.
And you're just like, okay, yeah, you can either listen or just run. So
Yeah, and it's like, oh, dope, dope, dope. That's
yeah,
cool. You just learn a little something, and it's not boring. It's really
yeah.
dope facts.
Shit was just so cool because I think it just gives more, just like that you want to play more because like it's not just like about the fighting. Like you're learning stuff. You're looking at cool, like you said, the scaling and just like
Yeah,
how beautiful like this world that they made and everything meshes well together and it's all just phenomenal gameplay
yeah.
and just a phenomenal time, like
And
time well spent when you play that game or just any
speaking
God of War.
of time well spent and giant creatures and phenomenal world, the beautiful world design and things like that.
Oh, where is this going on? Oh, okay.
Another one on my list is Subnautica.
Oh no. No. I'm not saying no it's not great, but I just got terrified.
It's yeah,
I just got there are leviathan size
massive
near you.
water creatures, terrifying.
Just in general, a planet full of water.
But there's something to the progression of that game where you start to not fear the leviathans and stuff like that.
Oh
But
man, I'm not gonna hold you. Like even though when I figured out how to kill them, I was still terrified.
yeah, but that's like when you progress to the level where it's like, oh, it's just leviathan now.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Then you find like you'll see like a corpse of a leviathan, and you're like, oh.
Mhm.
And then you see like a ghost leviathan, and you see like these bigger creatures and
Oh
and it's
yeah,
like,
bro.
oh,
Like the thing is, I think when I first saw a ghost leviathan, I didn't realize like, cause I don't remember if it tells you, or like you have to scan it afterwards. Like,
yeah,
because I did the stun, the
mhm,
stun ray, where you stun it, like, you know, you get it perfectly and you just sit there and knife it and you just keep stunning it over and over. And like, obviously, you know, you're probably not supposed to do it, but I did it, alright, because why not? Like, it's fun to me.
Yeah.
It's Leviathans, like, why not try to take it down? And I remember I like scanned it or whatever, and it was like, this is a young, like, ghost Leviathan. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
this isn't
A juvenile.
Yeah, and yeah, it's a juvenile, and I was like, I don't
You're
even
like, wait a minute, that's not the daddy.
yeah, and then like
Wait a minute.
and then like having to go find that ghost Leviathan, you have to go to like the pit basically where it's just dark.
Yeah.
And it, oh man, nah, like that shit was crazy. And then what was the fire monster, bro?
Yeah, it's like the sea dragon or something, which was like the biggest
Yeah.
creature in the game.
And it was fuck. It was just like, what
Crazy.
the fuck, dude?
Definitely a game you would not want to play if you have a fear of the ocean or
Yeah,
like,
definitely not. Stay away.
yeah, but if you don't,
You're more than
or
welcome.
even if you do,
I mean, if you
maybe
want to
give it a try.
conquer it, yeah, if you want to
Yeah,
try
I
to
mean,
conquer it, dude, that
it's a crazy
man.
game.
Just definitely that's one of those games where I mean, like me and you have talked about this plenty of times. Like, you just wish it was co-op because it would definitely be better.
Oh yeah.
It would definitely be better if I had a Leviathan in front of me and like I look over to the other sea moth and you're like in there and I'm like, okay, so like you're seeing this, right? Like, you're seeing this Reaper Leviathan coming
Here's what
after
you would
us.
see is you would turn to the left and be like, you see this? And then you would see my thing going backwards. You would see
So scared, dude.
yeah.
Like,
That, or I would do one of those troll things where I just get out of the
oh
I get
my
out of the
gosh.
ship and start swimming towards it. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh no. I was
But
nothing.
yeah, co-op Subnautica experience it would elevate it so much.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. That
What a game though.
That game in general is just crazy. But definitely, yeah, definitely all-time great game.
Yeah. Alright, you got some more?
Dude, man, after Subnautica, let me think. There was one. I'm gonna put it on my notes, but I forgot. There was one game where I was like, oh, this is fun. But it's definitely an older game. I think it was Mirror's Edge.
Oh yeah, Mirror's Edge.
I think
Parkour.
yeah, I think that's gotta be up there for me because like it was like, that's like one of the first ever parkour games I played, and just like the scenic views you got in that game, just like
Yeah.
like, everything was like whoa. So,
I didn't put it on my list, but I played through, and it was a very different experience than any game that like most people have ever played.
and I think that's why it stands out to me because like that was something I wasn't used to playing, and just playing it, I was like, yo, this is wild and phenomenal.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's up there for me, man. That shit was crazy.
That was a good one.
All right, what you got next?
All right, let's see. I didn't really play through these fully. I played through partially, and I don't think. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say if you have or have not without you actually saying, but the Little Nightmares games. Have you played through them at all?
Ooh, I have not, but I watched plenty of gameplay and
Same, yeah.
it's
And they look
freaky.
really good and really freaky. There's just something about the way that it's like a there's moments where it's like a side scroller type of thing, and then there's
Yeah.
moments where it's you're just in control in like a 3D space, but it's like you're a tiny human,
Yeah.
and there's all these like weird people. I don't know if you want to call them that, but
Just creatures, monsters to me, because
but yeah, like it's another one of those things where there's a lot of games on my list. I'm realizing that are just like, if it's something that steps out of the
box,
like comfort zone of being like, oh, this is what normally video games do, then it's like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
And Little Nightmares 1 and 2 both do that. Conceptually, it's like something so strange that you're like, what?
Yeah, definitely.
It's
Yeah,
like when you
just
see a movie and you're like, like a Cabin in the Woods type thing.
oh my
Where you're like,
God,
I can't believe I just
yeah.
watched that movie. Like, what? Like, who wrote that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That
Like,
was,
when you play a game like that, it's like, whoa.
yeah, actually, when you actually put it next to something like that, that makes, yeah. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, I keep saying yeah so much. Holy shit. For sure. That yeah, just oh my god, the way you put it. Yeah, Little Nightmares is actually insane. Cause I've seen so much gameplay of it, and I think like I've wanted to play it, but like I've just watched gameplay. I'm just like, okay, like it
Yeah.
didn't ruin the playability for me, but it's like, oh, it's just like I'm enjoying watching people play it. So
Yeah.
as of right then and there, I was like, I'm content with watching playthroughs.
Good games though.
Very good,
Good
and
game.
just I mean, just the art design also. I'm a very sucker for art that I realize like
Oh
if a
yeah,
game
same.
has like the way I like the way it looks a lot. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I mean, like Breath of the Wild, the
Oh,
art style of Breath of the Wild
we can go ahead and talk
is
about
so
that
beautiful.
because that was one of mine. Breath of the
That was on your
Wild,
list?
yeah,
It's on my list and I've never played it.
Breath of the Wild is the greatest of all time. Just playing through that the first time, and really all the Zeldas in
Mhm.
general, but definitely Breath of the Wild for me. Just wow, like because that's a whole different thing for it. Super open world, super different. Like this, like oh, it was crazy, and just
Yeah.
going through it and just the lore, the story of it. I don't know. I mean, you've watched gameplay of it, right? Like the
Yeah,
gist.
100%.
Okay, yeah. Then just like seeing Hyrule like that. Just going to where the Master Sword is. It's like cherry blossom trees and stuff. It was so nice and just like oh, just getting it for the first time, like pulling it out of the rocks was like so legendary.
Yeah.
And when
I
you're in
think also
Hyrule,
when you have an open world game like that and the world transforms, like when it
yeah.
gets like shrouded in darkness and the whole
Mm-hmm.
world goes from like being this bright like colorful place to being like, "Oh, what the fuck? I got to fix this."
Yep.
It's like so crazy.
And it was just like the little things, like you can go to certain areas, and if you take a picture, it, like unlocks a cutscene, and you get to watch it like as a memory, because like
Mhm.
because you're just trying to like getting your memories back to realize like what happened. Because I think you were asleep for a while. I don't remember how long, but like they put your ass to bed,
Yeah.
and it was like what? Like, oh man, all the weapons you could get, and then like dude, I don't know if you know, but like there was dragons in the game.
Dragons?
Yes, there's like 3 or 4. And I found one by accident, dude. So I was at Aaron's house. It's me, Aaron, Devin, like someone else, and like they're watching me play and like talking. We're just conversating, chilling. And I'm like, "Yo, Aaron, do you know what this is?" He's like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like, "This." And I look, and it's just like a big old creature wrapped around this like ice mountain.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Dog, I think that's a dragon." And like there was like fangs on it holding it down. You shoot them off, and like it just like starts flying, and like you can land on it for a second and like get a dragon scale, and then it like disappears into a portal. Like it just goes to a
Oh
different
man.
world, and it was like what? Like everyone, like we were all just like, did that just happen? Like what the fuck? And
It's
then
just
like
another example of those incredibly cool scale things that you
yeah,
see.
and then like you can find another one. Like you just I found like and I'm like, okay, well there's got to be more than one, right? And then I accidentally find another one. I'm like, oh, it's so dope. And like yeah, and then like just the enemies in that game just get even harder, and there's like puzzles you do, which is fun. And just I mean,
Yeah.
fighting Ganon at the end. And then just knowing the fact Breath of the Wild 2 could come out at any times. Oh, so much excitement. So much excitement, dude. Cuz that game was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with the second one. Cuz just yeah.
I just hope it's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, Breath of the
Man.
Wild 1 or I mean not 1, but like Breath of the Wild is up there, greatest of all time for me. Like I will defend it till the end.
All right. Let's see. What else we got here? I've got about 6 more
Oh, okay,
I could go
let's
through.
get to it then.
Um, Marvel Spider-Man.
Okay. Oh, yep. Phenomenal. That's all I gotta say about that. Phenomenal.
Incredible.
Great
Incredible.
story. Great suits. Amazing. Like what they've done with like how they've crafted from like the beginning Spider-Man games to this.
Yeah. And the web swinging.
Oh,
Oh man,
fun.
it feels so nice.
Oh, it feels real.
It feels so nice.
Not
The
even like it
different
was
suits in the
generated.
game that you can get. The graphics.
The enemies, the way that the fighting was, the
Oh yeah.
storyline, the side quest, super sick.
Phenomenal.
Would not change, except maybe should have added co-op sooner. But other than that, fine.
True, true, true.
Can't wait for Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. And also amazing that they made a Miles Morales. So we're just gonna go ahead and put that up there with
Oh, I
Spider-Man.
can't wait.
Yeah, that's
Can't wait.
amazing.
All right, I've got one more that I know you have played, I
Okay,
think, and
okay.
then my other ones are all ones that I know you haven't played.
Ooh, okay, let's get into it.
So the other one that I know you've played is one that I know you've played because we played together. Can you guess what it is?
Ooh, is it Revenant?
It is Remnant. Yeah.
Let's go, dude. I was
Remnant
gonna say something about Revenant. Oh,
Remnant is a game that you know what's the most insane part is I looked at that game and I saw early gameplay of it and stuff and I was like, this is like such a cool cool concept. It'd be really fun to play co-op. And nobody looked at that game and was like, "Oh, this is insane. This is insane." Like everything I heard about it was like barely anybody played it
yeah,
and like there was no hype around it. I'm just so glad we played it.
bro.
I'm so glad we played it.
It's really funny because I remember how you got me into it. You're like, yeah, Remnant's the free game of the month. I was like, okay. And you're like, and you get a cool like weapons and swords. You're like, this is a
Oh,
sick
that's what it
sword.
was.
And I was
Yeah.
like, bro, I was like, it's 50% downloading.
it's
It's at
50%
50.
download.
Yeah, like it's yeah.
And the thing, like, knowing what you know now about the game, would you have paid full AAA price for that game?
Yeah, and more
Yeah,
for the
I
DLC.
definitely.
More for the DLC.
Yeah,
Because that
100%.
was it was just like I just haven't played a game like that in forever, and it was like the fact I can play it multiplayer. I think multiplayer is what really sealed the deal, because like obviously
Yeah,
playing that I would have played it, but I wouldn't have been invested as much as solo player. But playing it together with someone's like, holy shit, let's go.
yeah, dude. Like, oh, the different bosses and the fact that everything was randomly generated. So sometimes you would go through and fight a certain list of bosses, and then the next time you might fight completely different ones.
Yeah, that was the fun part, and that, I mean that just adds more to the playthrough,
Yeah,
like the
because then
reruns.
there's items that you're trying to get, and you're like, we can't get them this run. We have to go back and fight the dragon.
Yep. Like, we gotta go
You know,
back and fight
we have to go
this guy.
fight this. Yeah, this like the
The
what's the big
tree,
dude? The big
the
dude in
tree
the shack.
monster. Oh, you talking about?
The big where we go down. We went down
You talking about
in his
Stinky Boy, like the butcher or
basement.
whatever, something like that.
Because you can fight him two different ways. You can just straight up fight him, or you can go down to his basement and surprise him when he like farts or something.
Oh
It's
my
so
god,
crazy.
that shit was so disgusting, bro. We just
So
said it.
funny.
That man farted and laughed, bro. That man
Hmm.
was chilling by himself, and I was like, "All right, you breaking out? Yeah, I'm breaking out." Or just
Oh, but then
what was
oh
it?
man.
Fight. Oh, what was the dude's name, bro? It was like the undead, like the unkillable king or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Killing him, like first like being cool with him, and then it's like, oh, to get this weapon we gotta kill him. Say less, man. All right, we
Yeah,
got to
and
go.
he like dies and then comes back alive, and you're
Yeah,
like, oh, I thought it was done, and then you fight him
yep.
again like two more times or something.
That was sick.
A crazy fight.
I
But then oh
definitely wish Moth Lady, the queen,
yeah.
and what I like, dude, what I really liked about that is because like everyone was saying like that's like the hardest place, because it was pretty hard. That
Mhm.
area was hard.
100%.
Not even like I know what you're getting. I know what you're thinking about
Yeah,
like
yeah,
getting to, but not even that part was like it like it wasn't easy till that part. Like all of that like that area, like the jungle, what was it, like swamp area, was really hard. And I
yeah.
wish like I guess like I understand why they did DLC for her, but like I wish in the normal game like you could have fought her, cause that would have
Yeah.
been phenomenal. Just because I what I liked, because I know you were just like kind of walking around with me and like listening to me read stuff, but like reading the books and shit, like seeing how like she came there and like kind of made like a cult where people were
Yeah, no.
like and
The
like
lore was cool, yeah.
you know, like people started turning and not being themselves, and one person was like, I don't know what's going on, like I need to get out of
Mhm.
here, I need to get help. if I don't like return, and like like you can literally see where like the pencil stops, like it wasn't on purpose,
Yeah.
like they got attacked, and it was like,
Like
oh
knowing she was
shit.
taking advantage of them and stuff, like
Yep.
made me want to fight her. Because before that, I was like, nah, she's weird, but she's
Yeah.
whatever. But
And
then
it's
getting
like,
into the lore, it was like, oh, now I know like what type of person she is.
yeah, and then
Okay.
like figuring out like why all these creatures are here. It's like, where's all the people? It's like, okay, these are the people. They've just been turned because what she's
Yeah.
done was
Hmm.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
And then, oh my god, those two moths, whatever they were,
Oh
bro.
man.
Those two bosses right there. They were
I was
definitely the
gonna say,
hardest
bro.
out of the whole game.
Looking back on it right now, like you think you kind of have in the back of your mind, that's like, the game that game wasn't that hard, but then there was plenty of moments where we were getting smacked.
We
But
had
the
to
best,
stop
the
and
the best one was that the two moss.
dude, that
Because
shit.
that was crazy. When you finally beat that, it's like beating a Dark Souls boss that you've been stuck
Yeah,
on for a long
that's
time or something. Like
oh.
it's just so satisfying.
And I think the crazy thing about that is like every like go we went, like every round we went, we were figuring out something new. It's like, oh, can you shoot
Yeah,
these white dots coming towards us? Yeah, you can shoot them. Okay, so you idiot, like you get ads and I'll shoot, like I'll
yeah.
put damage and then you join
Or we
me
would like
and
change part of our kit, or like we would change a ring out to be like a ring that gives us more health,
if I
or
didn't have
and then
those sentry
you know,
turrets, bro, we were just
yeah,
like those sentry turrets were clutch.
stuff like that. The fact that we weren't just like shooting a boss, like we had
Yeah,
a bunch of different things on that gave us different abilities or different
and
like stat
teamwork
boosts
it.
and stuff. Yeah.
And dude, the fact, and then what was it on that one place we found that dope ass armor just doing a puzzle?
Yeah, that's like my
Oh my
favorite thing about that game
god, that was so fun
is
because
that we
me
just
and you,
started doing a puzzle.
we were just like, because I remember we just like pulled up to that area and there's enemies like, okay, fight them, and then it was like,
Yeah.
yo, what's that? And then the pads were on, they were like going down.
Yeah,
It's
we
like, wait a
started
minute,
accidentally stepping on them and then they
yep,
would reset and we were just like, is
huh?
this just a puzzle? Like we started stepping on them more and the fact that we figured out that whole puzzle just sitting there like trial and error,
Yeah,
like
genuinely just doing it, and then like
yeah, just learning.
not even knowing if
Oh
like
my
we'll get
god.
something cool. I was just like, yo, I'll take a weapon, and then we
Yeah,
just
we
get
had
this
no
sick
idea.
ass armor and then a melee weapon. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, a full set of armor. And I
That
was like,
was,
oh, like that made the game for me.
oh yeah, I was just
Finding that
like,
armor set.
that shit was just so fun. Just going through the levels, the
Yeah.
famous clip of me falling off the edge and saying "child." Oh, a child. It's like, bro,
Man.
what the? Definitely,
Yeah, that's up there for me. Just in
yeah.
terms of experiences, that's
Oh,
up there, like
yeah,
top of my games list.
that's definitely top 5 for me. Just playing that game.
So good.
That all the bosses were fun, especially the end. I didn't want it to end, but it was worth.
Yeah. It's still though, like I said about It Takes Two, it's one of those games where I feel like I could for sure just see myself replaying through it.
Yep, getting lost again in it.
Yeah, especially like you just don't play it for a long time and then you go back and you're like you don't remember how to beat bosses in the best way. You don't remember,
Yep, definitely
like
gotta
the
start
the
anew
timing on
too.
iframes and stuff like that. Like it's just like
Nay,
it's a whole new experience.
when we definitely play it again, we gotta play the DLC. We gotta try
Yeah,
to get that
for
going
sure.
and defeat the lady, the bug lady.
Hmm. Defeat the bug lady.
Oh man, that was a great game. All right, now that we got that over with, hit me with the ones I definitely haven't played.
Ones you definitely haven't played. All right, these are my last five. So do you have any before I go, or do you just want me to rattle
Um,
these off?
you just rattle these off because I have them, but like they're not. Like, I can't remember the names, so
Oh,
they'll be
oh,
lost for
last four.
now.
Actually, I forgot about Spider-Man. I already said that. Okay. Firstly, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
That was the newest one, right? The newest Star Wars game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen anything about it, or
Yeah, cause I watched Chase play it,
yeah?
and I think did you stream it at all or no?
Um,
If you
I don't
streamed it,
think
I
s-
was
I don't
watching
think
him,
so.
but probably yeah, probably
I
not
don't think
then.
I did. I was really just enjoying it. It's I don't really have much to say about it except it's one of those. It's just a really good story experience.
Mhm.
Um,
I mean, lightsabers
it's
are dope as
really
fuck.
good. Yeah, it's really good graphically. That's one of the things about it is that you have your lightsaber and then there's lightsaber benches throughout the world
Mhm.
where when you open chests and different things like that, you get like all these different individual parts of your lightsaber.
Mhm.
And you can customize it through that, and then Like not to spoil it if anybody hasn't played it, but towards like the end of the story, um you get your lightsaber is broken throughout
Yeah.
the whole thing pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
But you are able to make it a two-sided saber.
Oh yeah, I've seen it before. I was like,
Yeah,
oh shit. I was like, what?
and then you also you're like, it's this big climax moment in the story where you're trying to fix the saber and you have like the kyber crystals, but it's not really working. And then you I forgot what he does, but you figure it out and then you finally get it to work and you get to choose the color of your lightsaber now from that
Ooh,
point.
that's sick.
And it's so clean.
Yeah, I think definitely choosing the color is insane.
Yeah.
Like just being able to do that instead of rocking like just old fashioned blue or green.
Yeah,
It's like, oh
100%.
shit, I can be orange, I could be red. Shit, let's go.
Yeah. I think I went with like yellow my first
Yeah,
playthrough. It
yellow's
was
sick also.
it's just like, and you could do, oh man, purple is so nice.
Yep.
But yeah, very very fun game. Definitely recommend it.
I can definitely agree with that. That's definitely a good ass game. Hope they make more
um.
soon.
Oh yeah, dude. More Star Wars games would be lovely.
No hate to Battlefront, but we need more like single player or co-op games like that.
Yeah, Battlefront's fun or whatever with a few people, but it's not
Hmm.
that great of a story at least.
Yeah.
Okay, and then next up, I'll do this one, and then I have two games that, well, one game that you can't play right now, but then one game, I don't want to spoil it. But Astro's Playroom for the PS5. Have you seen anything about it? Did you see anything
Uh,
about it when it first came out?
I have not.
So it's a thing that not a lot of people are gonna think about,
Hmm.
but it was so crazy and so fun and so like it wasn't the most insanely innovative thing, but just the way that they did it, like basically you're supposed to be inside of the PS5
Oh, okay.
because it's like it's showing you all the different parts. Like, when you play a Mario game and the paintings are like different levels.
Yeah.
So it's like that, but instead of a painting, it's like a GPU
Huh.
and a cooling fan. And those are the different places you go to like play the levels. So like the cooling fan area is like an like ice themed or like snow themed, stuff like that.
Okay.
But not only that, because it's PlayStation, it's every time you go into a level or go around like different areas, there's like 10 Easter eggs per level of different old school or new school PlayStation games.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, and it really showcased the capability of the console and the controller, like with
Huh.
the rumble functionality and the the like the trigger stops and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's a unique experience. But the main thing for me was just the fact that like you'll go through and you'll see these like little robots, and they're like one of them is like hanging on the edge of a vine or something, or like, and then it breaks, and you're like,
Hmm.
oh, that's like an Uncharted reference. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like it's
okay.
all
Yeah,
these
that's pretty
references
sick.
that are like slightly obscure, so you have to kind of guess what it is.
Got you. Got you.
But yeah, there's a lot of references to like classic PlayStation games,
That's
and it
dope,
was a really
actually.
cool experience. Yeah, I definitely recommend if anybody has it on their PlayStation and is like, this is just whatever, I'm not gonna play it. I definitely recommend
Taking a
playing through it
dive
one
into
time.
it.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
it's like an old school Mario type of thing, but it has all these references.
Oh.
It's like Mario or Sonic or something like that, but it just has references to PlayStation games, and you collect like all these different things, like the PlayStation Move controller, or
Oh.
like you collect like a PSP, like the different versions of it.
Oh wait, that's actually sick.
Yeah, and when you're in like the main hub area, you go to like this room, and it showcases all the things you've collected, like the Slim PS2 and the and
Oh,
like the fat version of the PS2 and stuff like that. Like the different versions of consoles and controllers and
oh
stuff.
yeah.
Like,
So that's definitely like a trip.
yeah, it's so much nostalgia. It's
Definitely.
crazy.
And relax. Like that's a relaxed playthrough. Sounds
Oh
like.
yeah, 100%. And then they also have, if you don't want to relax, they have speed running capabilities in that game,
Uh huh.
like different speed running levels and stuff. And it has like the way that speed runs work on PlayStation is like, or on the PlayStation 5 is like they uh they show up like trophies do when you open the menu.
Mhm.
So they'll show like all the different levels and stuff, and your speed runs of them. But yeah, it's a dope little experience. I definitely recommend it, especially if you're a PlayStation fan and you've had several different of their things.
Got you.
But the last two, firstly, one is one that you just acquired,
Mhm.
uh, and that is Prey.
Oh yeah, that's right. Pray. I can't
Yep,
wait to play that.
yeah. So I'm not gonna go into detail because I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen much of it. But
Nah, not
phenomenal
any.
game,
I think I've seen all the trailer, and that was it when it first came out.
phenomenal game. Sort of horror, sort of not,
Mhm.
but phenomenal game.
Bet.
Um, and then
Definitely
my
gonna be
last one,
uploading gameplay of that.
let's go. My last one is Control.
Ooh, wait. Is that what the one? I watched you play that one, right?
Yeah, a little bit, I think. Yeah,
That was like you're the redhead girl, and you're like doing like crazy shit.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. How
And
was
I
that?
just I just grabbed it on the Epic Games launcher, so I'm gonna play through that again probably sometime soon. But it's phenomenal.
Yeah, that game looks sick
It's
watching you play.
the physics of it, the visuals, the like. I don't even know how to explain it. There's some sequences where they change things like in an Inception style way, like a movie style way, where the things around you just shift and move and
I think one of my
float
favorite
and
parts is
change.
when you walked in like a room and like there was bodies floating at the top and like other stuff. I was just like, oh,
Yeah,
like this is
it's
serious.
it's
Whatever's going
crazy.
on here, it's serious.
It's a crazy like sci-fi, um, sort of creepy, like on the edge of your seat, like what is going on type of thing.
Mhm.
And they do a lot of physics-based stuff, uh, and a lot of like changing what's going on around you without you realizing that it's changing, and then like it's just crazy.
They definitely got to watch you play that again then, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's it's
Man,
up there
these are
as one
these
of my
are
all-time ones.
good ass games, bro. Good ass lists. Like I hope some people are like, that haven't played them are definitely gonna check them out, and then like I definitely hope we have some like people agreeing also
Yeah.
because these are. I actually have one more that I
Okay.
just thought of that because it got me thinking about Star Wars when you said
Mhm.
that game. This game was like 2008 and it was on Xbox and Microsoft. But it is Star Wars Republic Commando. And
Yeah.
this game, phenomenal back in the day, bro. It was like you're playing as clone trooper, or not like you're playing as commando, like clone troopers. That's like they're commandos, so like they're
Mhm.
better. And it was, man, like it felt really cool, and just like the game, like just how it went, and like you kind of like you low key see how like they get treated, you know.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just like, oh, you're clone troopers, you're just supposed to do this, but like with the commandos, like they were going on missions that were like they're not gonna return home and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
So it was definitely fun playing that, and it was like, oh, dude, it didn't feel like a Star Wars game, like playing it, like it did not feel like you're like it just did not feel like you were gonna make it out in certain missions, and
Yeah.
also just the way they like, and it was cool because one of I mean this is like probably like everyone's favorite character, but his name was Sev, and what made him different is because like his armor, he had like a bloody handprint on his helmet all the time. So
Yeah.
like he's definitely a fan favorite because people are like, oh, he's fucking badass, bro. Like he's sick. So yeah, that's a top 5 for me for sure. Cause I would love to play that game again. Like it's just amazing. But
Nice.
but yeah, I think wow. solid games.
Some good games. Good.
And I definitely hope we get to remake this later down the line. Hopefully, see if we
Yeah.
add some new ones, or replace. You never know. These are definitely
100%.
top of the lines. It Takes Two. This is definitely highly agreement, and then Remnant. Those are the
Yeah.
two that are just like amazing. Those I could not
Phenomenal
argue.
game.
Could not argue. Instantly have my vote. Like, oh, that, yeah, for sure. Whatever you say.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, I agree.
Definitely.
It's like, wow. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 10 of the podcast. We've officially hit double digits. Crazy. Nice little milestone.
Let's go. Let's get some double digits in those comments and likes, boys.
I'm saying, man. Let's run it up. Run it up. But also, before we go, hope you guys had a great Christmas or a wonderful holiday, whatever you guys are celebrating or participating in.
Or happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. If you got unlucky and it's in December, just kidding.
Yeah.
Nah, that sucks for some people because motherfuckers really just be looking at Christmas and be like, oh, damn, you got a birthday? That's wild. Anyways, ho, ho, ho. But yeah, hope you guys had a nice little free time. Make sure to hug your loved ones. All right.
Or help your loved ones.
Yeah.
Too.
That too. Always that too. But yeah, keep on chilling and coming back to the podcast. But it's been real. So, gonna sign off for now. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.